from our little trip this week and picked Teddy up. Well, Teddy got dropped off to us. My sister-in-law basically was looking after Teddy for a couple of days, so he was back home. He got dropped back off to us last night. He was delighted to be home, but he's had a little bit of a couple of days, 3 days away, so he's been happy as well. So I thought we'd take him out. Well, not early, but it's early enough before it starts to get too warm here because we're expecting another beautiful day here in Ireland. So, but my God, it's quite overgrown, as you can see down this part here. Lots of ferns around. It's going to be a beautiful day, guys. So, how's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. Oh my, where has the week gone? We are away on holiday as from next week. Really looking forward to it. Got a couple of weeks away, 1 week down in Kerry and another week over in Cork. Like some beautiful countryside there, Connor Pass and Bear Peninsula. And oh my God, you're in for, hopefully if I can broadcast, I can get reception there. We should be able to do a few broadcasts from down there while we're down there. And I'm going to take both my drones down with me as well, because we are backing onto a beautiful forest and also a loch as well, so a small lake as well at the back of where we're actually staying in the cottage. So it should be fabulous, hopefully. Anyway, then we're going to be driving out. I don't know whether I'm going to get out to see the Skellig Michael. That's where they filmed a lot of the Star Wars movie. Hopefully I do get a chance to. Happy Saturday, Joyce. How are you, my friend? Now, while you're in, Joyce, can you just give me a sound check, because I've been having real problems on apps since the Android update, real bad problems. And I did a broadcast from Galway a couple of nights ago, and the audio was absolutely dreadful. I don't know what the heck went on with that. It was a great night as well. The band which we were actually watching in the street there were absolutely awesome, but the sound didn't come through. I don't know what went wrong on that broadcast. I checked, my sound is fine. I appreciate that, Joyce. Yeah, so I don't know what happened the other night then. I really don't know. But it'd have been great to experience what life was like in Ireland at the moment, because the other night was absolutely buzzing. It was incredible night. Oh my God, there must have been 400 or 500 people listening to the band in the street, and everybody was singing and dancing and cheering, and it really, really was good vibes and gave you that feeling. Yeah, life is getting back to a little bit of normality. I know it's never going to be the same. Brian, DJ, my friend, how you doing? I did see you, but we're heading out for, it's only a short walk today. We're going to be back, within a couple of hours, about 3 hours. So I will be jumping on later on, Brian, mate. I hope things are well with you. I've been away this week. That's why I've not been on much at all. We went over to my lad's graduation ceremony over in Galway there, and what a week we actually got. It was absolutely stunning. The weather was beautiful. Now, like I say, things are getting back to normality here in Ireland. The only difference is while we was away, whereas me and the wife, we can actually go into a restaurant. We can sit down in a restaurant. We have what's basically known as a digital cert now. It's like a digital passport. It's a piece of paper. It's also on my phone as well. So if we're entering a restaurant to sit down inside, then all we do is basically show them our phone. They scan what our little barcode on the phone, and they can check, and we have to show ID and everything. Last night I had a blackout, couldn't finish the show, which sucked my DJ. I wondered why that was pretty short yesterday, because I jumped on. I thought you were still live, and I says at the end of that, if you look at the comments, I put a comment up there, and then when I checked, I thought, Jesus, it's a replay. You've only been on for an hour and a half. I thought, my God, that's very unusual for Brian. So I was going to contact you when I got back today. It's just that getting back, and then Teddy was dropped off, and then Teresa and Aim and my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they didn't leave till it was 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then we had to unpack and then get stuff. And I just didn't get on last night. I was just too tired. So yeah, I was gonna head out this morning for a nice walk, take Teddy out, getting back to a bit of normality and everything. And then I was going to drop you a message later on and also see if you was broadcasting, which you obviously are, and then I'll jump on later on. But yeah, so that's the difference in Ireland at the moment. As in my son, he's only had one COVID injection at the minute. He's got his second one actually tomorrow. Now, the big problem is like when we was actually away, luckily enough, we had brilliant weather. I mean, we was able to sit outside. We booked restaurants and everything, and there was all the ones where we could actually sit outside. And we were blessed because the weather was just absolutely stunning. Anyway, I'm on now, mate. Hope it all good tonight. But no problem, DJ. DJ, I will be in later on, mate. When I get back, get showered, and I'm in for a bit of sport today and a bit of catch up and everything like that. So yeah, I'll jump on later on, my friend. So at least have an awesome day, my friend, and blessings to you over there, because I know you're having a bit of a a bit of a rough time with the actual lockdown and the COVID at the moment over there. But believe me, I do know what you're actually going through. Ireland was pretty much the same like last year. We had all that. We had one of the longest lockdowns in the world, like over in Ireland. Just popping in to say good day before going out to dinner. Ross, how are you, my friend? Great to see you. I appreciate you dropping in to say hi as well. That's what it's all about. It's just even rather than lurking in the background, guys, just say hello. You don't have to come up on screen. I don't get people up on the broadcast like with me while I'm out trekking because the reception is not the best. Like so, yeah, just pop in, say hi, and at least we know you're there. Like because it is so. Yeah, it's getting worse at the moment. Yeah, DJ, I know. I've seen all the news. It's crazy situation out there for you, my friend, and my heart goes out to you because, like I say, we did get it. We had the riots over in Ireland. We had the anti-vaxxers. We had the anti-maskers. We had the people giving out about businesses being closed and everything. So I know exactly where you're coming from. I really do. And like I say, we was in lockdown for so long, like, and it was just crazy. So I don't want to sound. I mean, things are they will get back to normal eventually, and like I say, we're only getting back to normal like now. And if you've seen the broadcast I did from Galway, like while we was across there the other night, oh my god, it was just incredible to see so many people like watching this band in the street because situation in the Ireland at the minute is that bands cannot play inside pubs or anything like that. So what you do, you get in a lot of buskers and everything around, which is great because you're walking down the street and you're stopping, listening to this awesome music. But the one the other night, we'd been out for a meal, we'd had a few drinks as well, like this, and then to see this crowd like in the street listening to this awesome band, they were absolutely brilliant. Good morning, Chad. How are you, my friend? I appreciate you dropping by, and I apologize for the lateness on that. You weren't delayed. Chat to you soon, my friend. Great seeing you and Teddy. Ah, thanks, DJ. Yeah, he was around. Teddy, Teddy, Ted. Oh my God, he's done a runner. Where is he? Oh, hold on. Look. He's been up in the ferns. What are you doing, mister? What are you doing? What can always look on the bright side of life. Exactly, Brian. That's the way we've got to be, my friend. That's the way we've got to be. But yeah, there are a few things here which basically contradict one another, and it is a little bit daft if you ask me. Like for instance, we checked into an hotel. We was down right on the quays there, beautiful, nice hotel and everything like that. Checked in, me and the wife, basically absolutely no problem. Yeah, we turned up. We didn't get certs checked. We didn't get anything checked. Are we COVID free? Yeah, nothing at all. Like this, not even asked a question. Have you had a test? Have you got a digital cert? Have you got this? Have you been vaccinated? No questions whatsoever. We were allowed to go down to breakfast. Obviously, on your way down to the restaurant, everything, you wear a mask. You sit down at the table, you take your mask off. If you get up to the buffet or anything like that, then you have to put your mask back on. We can go into the bar. We weren't asked any questions. Crazy. If we weren't booked into the hotel and we wanted to come to that hotel for a meal or just a drink, as soon as you enter the hotel, basically if you're not booked into the hotel, like you don't have a room or anything like that, you're asked for basically a vaxxer, basically a passport, your digital cert and everything like that, which is so ironic. It's just crazy. On the last night, basically after we'd had a meal, we'd had a few drinks and everything like that, we went back to the hotel, like, and we had our nightcaps in the bar, like, before we went back. Ryan, my son, actually come with us, who I said is only one vaccination on him like this. We went into the hotel, we started heading to the bar and everything like that. Your man says, "Oh, are you staying here?" Says, "Yeah, room number 132. Fair enough. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no problem." Ryan was with us there, didn't even check, didn't even want to know about him. We had a room there, so it was okay. If Ryan was staying in our room, he'd have been able to come down to the buffet, he'd have been able to come down to breakfast, he'd have been able to drink in the bar because he was staying at the hotel. But there's no checks at all being done that. Yet, if we wanted to go to and eat in a restaurant along the streets of Galway, we weren't allowed to do it. There was people on the door, basically, big notices saying you can only eat inside basically if you've got a digital cert. We was very, very lucky in relation to the weather. So everywhere we went, we always ate outside anyway, and it was beautiful. It was like being in Italy to actually eat outside. But yeah, one rule seems to contradict another rule, and I don't know when will it ever get back to normal. I really don't know, guys. It just seemed a little bit daft, like simple things like that. But anyway, we had an awesome day. It was a weird graduation. Basically, my son come to our hotel room on Thursday morning. We set up the laptop. We had the HDMI into the big TV in the actual room, and that was it. Graduation was basically a little talk by the professors and everything of the university, and then all they did was basically call out names, and your name got put up on the screen, and that was it. That was graduation. And then what we actually did, we hired a gown and the thing which goes around your neck and a hat and everything for my son. And then we just went down to the university, into the gardens and around the university, and we took a few pictures. And I put a few pictures of my son up on Twitter there. But yeah, a weird graduation, but hey, what can they do? I do believe Galway could have actually, considering the amount of money we've put in over the past 4 years, the cost of university education, it's not cheap in Ireland, guys. It is quite, well, very expensive. And to think the amount of thousands of pounds, thousands of euro we've actually put into that university, I do believe they could have done the graduation ceremony a little bit better. I know everything all depends on weather and everything like that, but we was so blessed this week with the weather. But they should have had plans in place. I mean, they could have done something outside definitely, or in the forecourt or something with the with the actual students. So I do believe it was a bit of a letdown by Galway NUI there, university, for the graduation ceremony, considering it was all done online. It was all pre-recorded, and your name came up on the screen, and that was it. That was it. As soon as Ryan's name basically come up, we waited for another few minutes, and then we thought, well, do we want to see all the other people who we don't even know? Do we want to see their names being called out? It just seemed so pointless. So we actually packed up there and went out for a bit of brunch. We went down into Galway, like, and it was beautiful. But what a couple of days we had weather-wise, and this is likewise today, guys. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be another warm day. We are heading away on a holiday as from next Saturday. Teddy is coming with us. So Teddy is having a little holiday with us. Well, we're gone for a couple of weeks, actually. We've got a week down in Kerry and then a week over to Cork. Beautiful area, absolutely stunning countryside where we're actually going to be staying. So hopefully, if I've got connection, guys, if Haps is not playing up, then maybe we can share a little bit of that while we're actually away as well. And who knows, I might get over to the Skellig Mountain, the Skellig Islands there, and give you a little bit of a broadcast from where they did a lot of the filming of the Star Wars. So we'll see about that anyway. We'll see when we're down there. But yeah, some great countryside down there. Really looking forward to being away. But even getting them couple of days off this week, I really needed that from work. And it's really energized me. I feel back to myself now. I'm all ready to go. And yeah, so there you go. That's my week. Edward, my friend, how are you? Well, blessings to you and the beautiful people of Ireland. Teddy on vacation, what a good thing. How are you, my friend? I'm all good, Edward. Yeah, we was away for a couple of days. It's my son's graduation on Thursday, so we went over the beautiful west coast of Ireland, and we had stunning weather. But I was just explaining about the situation with the COVID in Ireland at the minute. Everything is getting back to normal. I put a thing up on I did a broadcast, like my last broadcast, but for some reason the reception, the sound was pretty dreadful, even though I got 4G connection. But when I listened to the actual broadcast again, it was basically a band playing in the street, and it just showed you what Ireland is actually going through now. They are getting back to normality. There must have been best part of 400 people, 500 people watching this band play in the street. Everybody was singing, dancing, laughing, chatting, no masks on. Everything is getting back to normality, like, but it's a little bit of a, what's the word in, it's the best day of my life. Thanks for the shout and congratulations. I appreciate that, Edward. Yeah, we are so proud of him. He got top honors, like he got a 1-1, which he cannot get any higher than what he's done. He's done business commerce global, like, so it's one of the top courses, and hopefully now he's not going to move straight into a job. He's waiting to do a bit of traveling. He wants to come out. He's talking about Thailand and Vietnam and all these places around. But at the minute, as you can appreciate, all the borders are closed and a lot of the countries he wants to visit. So he's going to hang around. It's pointless starting a job now, moving into a job now. He has already been offered a job with a big accountancy firm, but he's not quite sure what he wants to do. He don't know whether he wants to basically do teaching. He don't know whether wants to work, try and get onto Wall Street. He don't want. He's thinking of being an advisor on basically like stocks and stuff like this. He's not quite sure which road he wants to go, but he's going to have a few months off now to be able to travel the world a little bit. Like, so once, once he's allowed to, that is. But yeah, it's crazy at the minute. But I was just saying this so earlier on. I was saying there's a few contradictions in what's actually happening in Ireland at the minute. We've got the digital passport and everything like that, and you cannot get into restaurants. Very good. It's nice that he's prepared himself for the future. He has some options. He does, Edward. Yeah, he does have some options. Yeah. So it's good in that respect. But yeah, there's a few. We went over to see him, like I say, but the graduation ceremony was actually all done online as well. It was basically because you cannot have these big gatherings for the university or anything like that. So it was done by online. So we watched it in the hotel room. My son actually come round to us, and it was basically up on the screen and everything like that. But it's very weird. Good morning, my good friend from Ireland. Good morning, Jess. How are you, my friend? Great to see you again. But yeah, then we went out for a meal. Now, situation is now in Ireland, if you're double vaccinated, you get your COVID certificate. Basically, you get a certificate and also a digital passport. So when you turn up like at a restaurant now, you're not allowed to eat indoors at all unless you've been double vaccinated. So myself and my wife, we both had both the vaccinations. We have our digital cert, but my son is having his last vaccination tomorrow. So he doesn't have a cert. So you are checked when you go into a restaurant and anything. So a lot of the time this week we've been eating outdoors, which we've been blessed because the weather's been absolutely fabulous. We've had a fabulous week, like really nice weather, like, so we've been lucky, been able to sit outside, and it's just been like living in Italy, like eating out in the streets, watching people go by and having a few drinks as well with it. It's just been absolutely fabulous week, it really has. But yeah, there is a few, like if you're booked into an hotel, you can go down to the bar, you don't ask questions, you don't have to show a digital cert, you don't have to show anything. The last night, my son actually come into the hotel bar and everything like that. No questions were actually asked. Is he vaccinated? Does he have a cert or anything like that? So there's a few contradictions in relation to that. But yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How's you? I'm all good, Jess. I've had a couple of days to recharge, and I was away seeing my son, which was great to see. I hadn't seen him for a couple of months. It's the best day of my life. Thanks for asking. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for your kindness. Edward. Edward is such a kind soul on Haps, and he always gives good blessings to everybody who's here. And we are such a pleasure to have. And I class Edward as one of my friends now, and I'm so glad that he is one of my friends. I like to jest, and everybody here on Haps, we have such a great community, guys. But please, 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 Haps guys, put a little bit of work into the app now. We've got you've got the money, the 4.5 million. Please start helping out us guys who are actually doing the mobile broadcasting. Thanks, Jess. I really, really appreciate it. Well done to your son. Couldn't he work for a relevant company in Dublin in the meantime to build up some funds? He's actually working like part-time, Chad. He worked for a big accountancy firm in his third year. He was due to go out to Hong Kong then, and then there was the riots in Hong Kong, and then COVID struck. He was due to go out to work in South Korea. Well, not work. Study, sorry. He was due to go out to South Korea, but that got stopped because of COVID. But the first 6 months, like, he was actually working. Then he's been working in a restaurant. He's been a supervisor in a restaurant since he's been there a couple of years actually now. So he's got a good funding behind him. That's what he's got, his money to travel, you could say. But no, you don't want to start, because the situation is, if he goes for his main job, what he's planning on now, he can't really start a job and then turn around to the company and say, look, I'm heading off, I'm going to travel for 3 or 4 months. Like, it's just something they won't accept here. Like, so no, he's happy the way he's going. I think he's going over to London actually, the end of September. He's traveling out to London. He's going to spend a few months in London. He wants to pick a couple of the Chelsea games. He's a big Chelsea fan. So he's going to take in a couple of the games there. I am your friend. Looking forward to visiting Ireland someday. You're a very kind gentleman. I humble to be called you. Oh, Edward, I appreciate that, my friend. Likewise, my friend. Likewise. So let's say goodbye, August. Is it this? Oh yeah, with 28th of August. Yeah, just not far away. Not far away. And we're so blessed at the minute, but I was just saying, next week we're heading away on holiday, guys. We've got a couple of weeks away. We're staying in Ireland, but we're going down to the beautiful Kerry, and then we're heading across to Cork for a week as well. So a week in Kerry, a week in Cork. We've got these cottages, which are basically in the middle of nowhere. One of them's about a mile away from the actual beach. The other one is backing on to beautiful forestry. We've got a beautiful loch come lake there as well. Then we've got the mountains behind that as well. So lots of walking, lots of beautiful countryside, lots of recharging the batteries, guys. But yeah, I'm at that stage now. This has been a blessing this week, actually, just to have I finished up work Wednesday lunchtime just for the weekend. I got the full week next week. I've got a very busy week next week, and then I'm off for the couple of weeks. So really looking forward to that. I scoped yesterday, and me and my family celebrate the birthday of Anne-Marie Rush. Is today. She's from Denmark. Ah, really, Jess? Yeah. Well, a very happy birthday to her. A very happy birthday. But yeah, I didn't want to travel too far today because, like I say, it's going to be quite hot later on here. So obviously with Teddy and everything. Okay, I guess working in a non-relevant firm is still good experience of working in a team and having business responsibility. Exactly, Chad. Yeah. To be honest, he's got it. His head is actually screwed on. Like, give him his clue, because, I mean, well, I guess mine was when I was his age as well. I mean, he's 22 now. I'd done 5 years in the Air Force at 22, like, so I was actually promoted. I was actually a corporal at 22 in the Air Force. I was the youngest ever corporal fireman to ever be promoted. So it's crazy. Was funny, very beautiful scope, lots of laughing. That's what it's all about, Jess. Lots of laughing, lots of positivity, lots of good vibes. That's what we want to sing. We sang in 3 languages. Wow. To her. That is awesome, Jess. That is really awesome. Yeah, that's what we want to see. There's a lot of what's the word? There's a lot of sadness in the world going on at the moment. There's a lot of people upset. There's a lot of people which are going through pretty hard times at the minute. All you got to do is look at look at the likes of Australia at the minute. They're going through a really tough time in relation to the COVID and everything. Lebanon, where Jess is there, my heart goes out to you, my friend. Also, really bad things going out in there at the moment. And hi, Walton Teddy out. Lucia, how are you, my friend? Heading down to your neck of the woods next week. Well, we're heading down to Kerry for a week first, and then we're going to be heading over to Cork for a week after that. We're staying, where are we? Glencar. We're staying in Glencar on one of them, and the other one, we're down on the Bear Peninsula there. But yeah, really looking forward to getting away. But yeah, there's so much sadness at the moment happening. We try to survive. We try to push away the sadness. Exactly, we do, Jess. We do. We support everything, my friend. Exactly, yeah. And I know the situations that other countries are going to. I mean, Ireland, we were the country with the longest lockdown, like last year. It was crazy. People were giving out. There was lots of protests going on. There was lots of anti-vaxxers, anti-maskers, anti-this, anti-that. And it did get a little bit messy. And I guess look what happened in France as well. All the big protests in France as well. So I guess all the European countries have actually gone through all this. And now we are starting to get back to a little bit of normality. Now, in Ireland now, we are almost there. I'd say we're almost there. We still do have our daily cases and everything, which are quite high. But at least businesses now have got the options of starting to open up. And likewise for the company I work for, we've got the option. We can go into work if we want to. We can go into the office, but why would I travel 2 hours up to the office and then an hour and a half back? It's just not on. I've been working from home for the past year and a half. I'm more productive. Teddy's not on his own. Is that Grant I see there? Hello, Walt, mate. Great to see you and the wonderful Teddy. Grant, my friend, how are you, my friend? I hope things are okay. I know Australia at the minute, Sydney, Melbourne, I think that I know you're having a little bit of a hard time at the minute. And it's pretty rough out there. But like I was saying, we went through all that last year, Grant, and there is a silver lining at the end, mate. There is that light, which should appear soon. But yeah, it is pretty tough when you're in lockdown and there's police checkpoints everywhere. It's just crazy. We're still locked down and curfew. Yeah, I know. I was speaking about, well, not speaking, but I noticed on Brian's book, that's like, I've seen him talking on a couple of others. It's pretty sad what's actually going on at the moment. But like I say, there is that light at the end of the tunnel, Grant. You will get there, my friend. No more lockdown here. No, Jess, there's no more lockdown in Ireland as well. They won't close any more. The business is down. There's a lot of pubs which have actually shut up now. People should be putting things in perspective regarding their liberty during COVID-19 when they see what happened in Chad. Exactly, yeah, exactly. That is just, and I think that's going to get quite bad, Chad, especially with the Islamic State. I think it's Khorasan, isn't it? ISIS K. I think it's Islamic State Khorasan or something. But yeah, thanks so much. I'm still working, though, which is good. Oh, that's awesome, Grant. That's awesome. You're still working. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people which basically are not. So yeah, you're one of the lucky ones. And that's the same with myself as well. During the whole of COVID, during the lockdown and everything, I was able to work myself from home. So it's been a blessing. Now, for a start, like they did, our salary was basically cut for a start, but hey, I didn't mind that at all. My wife's in a good job as well. So I'm one of the lucky ones. We never really did suffer too much. just a few changes in our lifestyle and everything like that. But other than that, we 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 was okay. We was lucky. But I enjoy the working from home. But what people have to realize as well, there is this good thing working from home, and people it is great for the economy. Basically, you're not using as much fuel to get to work, etc., like that. But there are times when you need a little bit of a community around you, like going into the office and talking about football, having a few jokes, having a chat with the lads or the girls in the office and everything like that. There is a big difference there, and I've noticed I went through a week or so, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, where I was on a downer, and I put it down to that. Basically, I'm a person who likes to hike alone, as you can see now. I've been working from home since last March. I've had no dealings. I'm not somebody who likes to go shopping or anything like that. I don't do that. My free time, I work through the week. I finish work. I take Teddy off for a walk. I come back, have something to eat, watch a bit of TV, head to bed. And that just went on for over the past year. And I've had no communication with like other people or anything. So I guess it does affect you in a way. You definitely do. And my wife said to me, she said, I think you really should go up to the office for like one day a week, even if it's only one day a week, just to break the monotony up, just to get like the chat, the outside chat, to see people, because I think it does definitely affect you. We are not allowed to visit anyone at all, know exactly where you're coming from. Grant, I know coming from. Yeah, I know exactly. We were like that last year, Grant. The brutal civil war that happened in Afghanistan from '78 is set to repeat. Is the Taliban ISK go at it? The losers are exactly, Chad. They are. My nephew, he's done 3 tours of Afghanistan, but he was out in Bastion. What was it? How many years ago was that? Was that when Al Qaeda basically attacked Bastion? He was on the front line there, and oh my God, he had his arm half blown off and everything like that. He's back. He's good now, but I mean, I'll show you pictures of. Basically, he was on top of the actual, I don't know, these tank carrier things with a gun and everything, and the gun actually jammed. And by the time my nephew was basically one of the lads who was over the gunner, he got up to try and unjam the actual gun, and they sent in an RPG, like a missile that exploded, and he got shrapnel down on his leg. His leg basically had a big hole in his leg, his arm. Oh my God. And obviously they couldn't operate anything while he was out in Afghanistan. So all they did was basically wrap it in cling film, and the air evac'd him back to a London hospital. But my God, what they actually did, what the surgeons did down in that hospital, was absolutely incredible. But yeah, now he's actually he's doing more teaching now, but he actually did 2 more tours out in Afghanistan after that as well. But yeah, to see the pictures, it's just absolutely incredible that he actually survived it. The brutal civil war that happened. Yeah, got that. The innocent are yeah, exactly, Chad. The civilians. I've not seen my mum or dad or any of my family since before pandemic. Wow, Lucia, that's a long time. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Jess, you too, my friend. You too. Have a great day, my friend, and take care of yourself, and enjoy life. Keep smiling. My day is starting now. Yeah. But yeah, we're out for a couple hours this morning. It's great. You've got this beautiful forest which we head through for a start, and then we'll come out into the open. We'll go around a place called Johns Hill, and then when it starts getting warm, we'll be back into the forest. Are you welcome, Jess? If people don't know Jess, please get 32 Celsius now. Beautiful. Oh my, Jess, 32? I don't know. Is that beautiful? It may be beautiful sunshine, but it's a little bit warm. It's a little bit warm for me and Teddy anyway to be hiking in that. We had, I think about a month or so back, about 6 weeks ago, we had a week of temperatures which hit 29 and 30, and oh my God, it was crazy. We are not accustomed to like weather in the late 20s and early 30s. It just never happens in Ireland. So when we get it, eh, nobody can cope basically. I had to buy a fan on Amazon so I could actually work and everything. I didn't go on any walks until like late in the evening. It was like 7, 8 o'clock in the evening by the time, and it was still very, very warm there. But we was able to sit out in the garden till like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. It was crazy. Happy weekend, everyone. Yeah, happy weekend to you, Jess. Thank you for your kindness. You're so welcome. Thank you for your kindness, my friend. Too much warm, high humidity. High humidity. That's good for the hair, Jess. Gives you that frizzy look. We're still in summertime till November. Wow. Yeah, wow. It depends which way you look at summer here. Basically, I think our summer has basically finished now, or is it the 1st of September? I think our summer depends on which charts you look at, who you listen to, whether you listen to the metallurgical or you're going by the normal seasons and everything like that. But I think as from the 1st of September, it's the end of our summer. So I do believe. So, anybody got any nice plans for today? It is Saturday, guys. It is the weekend. Are we going for a nice walk? Are we going for a nice swim? Are we having a nice meal? Are we doing anything? I don't know where Teddy's. Teddy! Just give him a little shout. Teddy! He's so confident in disappearing on me now, like. Teddy! Where are you? Oh, he says, I'm here, Dad. He says, I'm having fun. He says, I'm running around. I'm running around chasing my tail. But yeah, I did this broadcast as well, guys. I was saying to Joyce, who joined the broadcast first, like just to check on my sound quality. I don't know what it's like now. Hopefully it's still okay. But I did a broadcast the other night, Thursday night after the graduation, after we'd been to the meal, just to show you what life was like in Galway. And oh my God, it was buzzing. It was buzzing. There was a band, there was a number of bands actually, but this one which we actually stopped, and I thought I'm going to do a broadcast of them because they were absolutely brilliant. There must have been 400-500 people watching them. Everybody was dancing, singing, having a great laugh and chatting, and no masks, nothing happening, but really, really enjoying themselves. And the band was awesome. So I thought, wow, I'll do a quick broadcast to show all my friends around the world what life is like in Ireland at the minute. But the reception, the pictures seemed to be fine, even though I had 4G. But the sound quality was dreadful. I don't know what happened on the sound. It was just, I wish somebody at the joined the broadcast to have told me, because I'd have changed my phone. I didn't realize till afterwards like that the sound was so bad. But yeah, I don't know what the situation was there, and whether anybody else has been experiencing any problems at all. Yeah, Grant, you'd have liked it. The band, I mean, just look at my last broadcast. Like, if you can just pick one of the songs, it only lasts about 25 minutes, I think it is. But if you can pick it up, if you can get the vibe from it, oh my God, they were a brilliant band. But the sound from Haps was just shocking. And I really don't know what actually went wrong there. So yeah, there's still, as we know, a few glitches. I've definitely not been broadcasting as much as what I used to, and that's because I'm still having a few problems with Android, guys. The next step is, do I change over to iOS? Do I buy an iPhone? Because I'm definitely having lots more problems on Android since they updated than I ever did before. And it's a shame, really, because I'm just hoping next week when I'm away on holiday that things are, well, I will carry a few different things, maybe my iPad as well. I'll take my iPad mini and I've got a spare iPhone, and I've also got a Samsung. I can take a number of devices, and we'll see how we go. Hopefully on one of those I can get good good reception and be able to broadcast some of the beautiful scenery around Kerry and Cork. That's the plan. So now we're coming out into a little bit of open air now, guys. We're going to start to make us way around and then up a place called Johns Hill. That's the main bit of uphill done. We are uphill. And little Teddy is leading the way, as you can see. Hey Teds, have you got black paws? Have you been in the mud, mister? Have you been up in the mud, mister? So you've got all these beautiful forests around, guys. We've got deer, we've got buzzards, there's a few different types of wildlife. They actually stretch down here. It's actually, at the moment, it's used for mountain bike trails. Basically, there's a lot of big competitions for mountain bikers. Their main trails basically are down this end, but the one we've actually just walked up with, that would be a part of the mountain bike trail as well. There's also other ones leading down here, but the mountain bike trails actually go through all the forest, all down this way, and they are great, actually. And what a place. Well, I wouldn't say a mountain bike which would probably handle these. It's a hybrid, but now obviously with Teddy, I used to like a bit of cycling, get out, and it's good for your back as well. But since getting Teddy, I can't get out on the bike at all. It's all walk, hike, walk, hike. No bike for Walt unless I left him behind, and I wouldn't do that. I don't like leaving him to go off and enjoy myself. So do we, Teds? Mister, what are you sniffing? Teddy, come here, come and say hello. Come and say hello to everybody. Wait, wait. Say good morning to everybody, mister. I've ordered a gimbal which can wirelessly charge the phone. Awesome, Grant, awesome. The video quality isn't still the best, Grant. I know, my friend. I know. And I got good reception as well. But for people like ourselves, which use Android, iOS, mobile, you could say, people who use mobile at the minute, there's definitely some work which needs to be done on here. Definitely some work. On the media studio, the quality seems to be pretty good. Pretty good. I don't think there's any qualms like on the media studio, but I do believe Michael had a few problems during the week. Roy, my friend, how you doing? The Cork man in the house. How's life? But yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done on the app now. When you think, I mean, I come over in December, like, I'd have thought there'd have been a little bit more work done. I'd have thought it had got more user friendly, but yeah, we struggle pretty much big time. All good, thanks. Beautiful morning. Yeah, Roy, it's awesome here. We are. I mean, it's what, 10:15. We've been going for. We got here about 9 o'clock, I think it was, like, but we're pretty local. I didn't want to do a lot of traveling today. We come back from Galway yesterday afternoon. We left my son at 4 o'clock and then made the journey home. Got caught in a bit of traffic, obviously, people Friday evening, people finishing work, etc. But it weren't too bad. I'm bringing my dog out for a walk soon. Yeah, Roy, that's why we come out. But it's beautiful forest, so it's quite sheltered as well in places. There's only one part of it which is really open, which we're just about to head into now, and then the likes around Johns Hill. The rest of it is mainly through the forest, so we're covered and it's not too warm for Teddy. But yeah, so where are you? Pretty local. We got the Blackstairs Mountains, like Mount Leinster and everything over this back, Roy. We're in a place called Johns Hill. Beautiful forest. It's basically mountain bike trails, and then when we get up to this corner, we're going to veer off to the right and then do a loop around what's known as Johns Hill. It's round about, it's only, what is it, about 9 or 10k. I just heard voices there, whether it's somebody on a bike, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it's only we usually walk around about 9 or 10k around here, so not too bad. We'll be back before the heat of the midday heat settles in. I was just saying earlier, Roy, we're heading down like to Kerry next Saturday. And when does the weather change? I think Friday or Saturday next week. Oh, John, I know him well. I said hi. Oh, John. Oh, you got me thinking, what the hell is Roy on? What's he talking about? John's ill. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Johnny he's a fine chap, mate. He's a fine chap. I was thinking, what the hell is Roy on about here? But yeah, so the weather's supposed to be changing towards next weekend. That's just typical. We picked the wrong week. We should have actually gone the week in Kerry or the week in Cork. Should have been this week. It would have been, oh my God, it would have been brilliant. But hey ho, I'll pack both. I'll pack my shorts and I'll pack my waterproofs as well. Even today, like, I mean, even the likes of, even though it's a hot day, I still have like long trousers on, and these are like the waterproof type as well, because where we started the walk through the brackens and the ferns and the long grass and everything like that. Who's John? I haven't got a clue. The same as Alice. Who's Alice? Who the F is Alice? You never know. It might. Yeah, I know, Roy. That's it. If we got a few days dry weather, I don't mind a bit of rain, actually. It don't bother me. Long as it's not torrential, like. But yeah, hopefully it's not too bad anyway. I can't say. I think it showers, whatever, for next weekend. I don't think it's supposed to be too bad, like. But yeah, we will see anyway. We will see. I'm happy enough. I've checked my waterproofs. Teddy don't give a damn about the actual the wet anyway. So yeah, we should be all right. But this week was absolutely awesome. Like, I mean, we got across to Galway. What time did we get there? Got about 6 o'clock on Wednesday evening. Never bad weather, just what exactly. No such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, we got over to Galway what Wednesday evening, about 6 o'clock. Like, oh my God, it was fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And we I don't know whether you've ever heard the Dough Brothers. Apparently they do the best pizza in Ireland. Oh my God. So Ryan come round to the hotel and everything like that. So we had a few drinks in the hotel room. And oh my Roy, was it ever? But I was just saying earlier on, I don't know what happened. I watched a little bit of that replay. The sound was shocking. And that's another thing. I don't know what was wrong because when I started this course, maybe it was my phone. The same so I don't know what the on 30. Yeah, I didn't laugh. It was just really just getting a little bit really of all these people coming out on this. It was great. Actually, look at there was basically off the weather because there was to my left. Yeah, I see my reception's gone, guys. So what I might do is just jump off and then maybe do one from the top of John's Hill there. Mountains coming off the hills, just coming down it. And I took a video, loving it, absolutely loving it. So yeah, I see my reception's gone pretty bad now, guys. So what I'm doing, Roy, everybody who's in, Grant, Edward, I appreciate you joining. I might do another quick broadcast when we get to the top here of John's Hill, probably about another half an hour or so. So guys, wherever you are around the world, stay safe, be good. But most of all, be kind. And I'm going to knock this off for the time being because I can see my reception's pretty bad. So from myself and Teddy, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful morning, have a wonderful afternoon. And please jump over to those who are actually here. Please jump over to DJ DDK, who's an awesome DJ there. He's broadcasting at the moment, so please do the haps. Jump over to his broadcast. Give him a bit of support because he's going through pretty rough time there out in Australia at the minute. But he's an awesome guy. I class him as a good friend of mine. So yeah, please jump over to him, DJ DDK, and we will. We'll see you later, guys.